Make sure you hit the notification bell to know when I upload new videos, and don't forget to subscribe. What is up, guys? So welcome to part 1 of this video. We're gonna be drawing some cool stuff in space. So let's just jump right to it. So I really enjoy space. I really do. So I have been thinking for the past couple of weeks, or maybe even months, I was like, you know, there's a drawing that I want to do, and I need to actually just sit down and do it. So this was my attempt to do it. So I hope you guys enjoy. So anyway, so I was just getting the background kind of together, and now I'm adding in these brush strokes. So the point of this picture is going to be like it's going to be a black hole drawing. So we're deep in space, and we are just discovering we're on a strange planet, but for some reason the sky just opened up and there's this huge black hole. So that's just kind of the mindset that I want you guys to be in as you're watching this video, okay? So we're just kind of painting right now, just kind of doing these little strokes. And I do want to warn you guys, this video is going to jump up a little bit. As far as like, it's not completely 100% start to finish, because I'm actually still working on it. So this is only part 1. So yeah, anyway, but so now I'm adding in these white marks where this is going to kind of indicate where more of the light is hitting a little bit harder. It's kind of hard to describe exactly what it is that I'm doing at this particular stage of the drawing, because it's still really rough. But as this video progresses, you'll see the drawing come together, and I promise you it will start to make more sense. So yeah. So now I'm just increasing that a little bit to make it stronger, make it stand out a little bit more. And now we're just adding in some more brush strokes. So the idea is I want this picture to be very like warm and golden feeling. So you see like the color choices that I'm using. So I'm using a lot of like warmer colors. So now we're throwing in this orange. The orange looks great, but sometimes we have to make it. We have to play around with it a little bit with the curves, which is what you just saw me doing right there. So now I'm actually going to do this. This is actually creating a little bit of a shadow layer. If you're familiar with my videos, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is kind of just giving the swirl circular object in front of us. It's just kind of giving us a little bit more of more volume to it. So you can see like the areas where my pencil is. There's some areas that are a little bit darker, some areas are a little bit lighter. So yeah. So that's just kind of what we're doing right now. If there's any space lovers out there, please give this video a big thumbs up and comment below. Tell me something that you like about space, because I can literally, like, I can talk about space all day. So drawing it is twice as good, or maybe even more. But anyway, let me give you guys a little bit of idea of what we're actually drawing. So we're going to be drawing a black hole, and I thought it'd be really cool to draw. I'm always drawing characters, right? I'm always drawing characters, so I thought it would be cool to draw like the point of view of the character. So in a little bit in this video, you're actually going to see the character's hands. So it's cool. So it's almost like a first-person like video game or something, like where you play and you can see like the character's hands and stuff. Or if you do virtual reality, then yeah, like seeing your hands. So I wanted to do that, but with a drawing. So I think you guys are going to like it. But yeah. So anyway, so now I'm just kind of adding in more lines and kind of defining the clouds a little bit, because I needed that to stand out, so you can understand that we are up in the sky. So yeah, so that's kind of what I was doing right there. And now I'm adding a little bit of darker tones underneath, because I kind of like for the edges just to look a little bit burned, you know. So you'll probably see here, just yeah, there we go. So I just blurred it just a little bit, just so the edges are a little bit darker. and it helps also to put more focus in on the center of the drawing. So we're like, okay, so this is where we're supposed to be paying attention to this part. So now you can see I'm using the smudge tool, and I'm just kind of like smudging over some of these rings of light or whatever, and just trying to smudge the colors together and make them just kind of blend a little bit more. So yeah, I'm always messing around with the colors. You don't have to mess around with those settings as much as I do. That's just kind of a thing that I think I kind of go crazy on, but yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. So yeah, so right now I'm using the eraser and just kind of erasing over some of that stuff, which is kind of like this shadow layer a little bit. I apologize if my voice is a little strange on this video. Yeah, I just kind of have something in my throat. You guys don't want to know that. Okay, so this is what I mean, where I'm skipping up a little bit, because sometimes I'm not able to always record every single process. But this is only part one, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so here's the hand that I started to do, and then you can see there too is the black hole. So you can see how the drawings start to come together a whole lot more, right? So the hands have game pads on them. I thought it was just kind of cool. It just adds a little bit more character to the drawing. So yeah, I thought that was fun. So here on the arm, I was like, it needs a little bit more shadow because it's not convincing enough. So I made some black, I blurred it, and I dropped the opacity, and then you'll see the difference. That's pretty cool, right? Okay, so now I need to add a little bit of shadow for the thumbstick that's on that hand. So I'm drawing this little bit of shadow, and then I'm going to drop the opacity on it, which you'll see in just a second. And it's going to instantly turn it into more of like a shadow look. You see that? That's pretty cool, right? And then if we blur it a little bit, then it's more soft. It's not so harsh. Yeah, that looks good. Right? So fast. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing for the buttons, which we still have a lot of work to do on this, guys. So this is still pretty rough. So just remember this is part one of the video. But yeah, we'll do the same thing. We'll just blur that a little bit, and now it looks a little bit more like you could actually push them in. So yeah, again, me messing with my color settings. And yeah, so this is actually going to be the ocean down here. We have to do a lot more work to make it stand out more, but I want to just put some little shimmer on the water. So yeah, so if you enjoyed part one, please give me a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you all. Bye.